Man is fragile like a reed in the wind, yet within him lives the strength of thought that can shape the universe. Our true greatness lies not in our strength or status, but in the quiet, relentless power of our ability to think deeply. The heart speaks in ways the mind cannot understand. Its reasons are hidden, yet they guide our most human and sacred choices. Small things bring comfort, because small things also wound us. Our souls are shaped by the details we too often overlook. A life without passion is colder than a life with too many. Fire is better than emptiness, even if it burns. I find in myself all that I once admired in others. Wisdom begins when we see our reflection in those we study. Every great achievement begins in imagination. Before the world can see it, the heart must first dare to dream it into being. Habit becomes our second nature, powerful enough to bury the first. What we repeat shapes who we eventually become. Learn when to question, when to trust, and when to surrender. Wisdom lives in knowing which path the moment demands of us. A man's true virtue is not measured by rare acts of strength, but by the quiet consistency of his everyday choices. Every human soul is born with an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, a desire to understand the mystery that gave it breath. Nothing is more dangerous than evil done with conviction. When belief blinds compassion, darkness disguises itself as divine purpose. We are moved by little things because little things disturb us. Our hearts are fragile instruments, tuned to both joy and sorrow. A great mind without right action loses its greatness. Wisdom unused is no better than ignorance boldly displayed. Clarity of thought awakens clarity of passion. When we understand ourselves, our emotions cease to rule and begin to serve. Faith is not proof. Reason belongs to man, but faith descends from heaven as a gift that reason cannot command. The eternal silence of infinite space terrifies me. It reminds the soul how small it stands before the vast unknown. To know oneself may not reveal truth, but it grants peace. Self-awareness disciplines the heart when the mind cannot. He who cannot see the vanity of the world is already lost in it, blinded by illusions he mistakes for meaning. We are contradictions in motion, falsehood and sincerity, pride and humility, forever struggling to reconcile our divided nature. When we meet a natural voice in writing, we feel awe. We expect an author and instead discover a real human soul. True eloquence paints thoughts in words so vivid that the heart recognizes truth before the mind begins to reason. We trust most the truths we uncover ourselves, for discovery awakens ownership, and ownership turns belief into conviction. We do not always seek truth, we seek peace, and sometimes peace is found in comforting lies that quiet our unrest. To mock philosophy is to understand it. The wise laugh not at knowledge itself, but at those who believe they possess it. Distraction guards us from the thought of death. We fill our days with noise to escape the silence that reminds us. Man weeps over small things, yet ignores great ones. Our values invert when comfort outweighs purpose in the scale of life. Man's misery begins when he cannot sit quietly in his room. Silence reveals truths comfort prefers to hide. Do not mistake your mask for yourself. Identity built for acceptance will always hide the truth, longing to be free. Justice without strength is helpless. Strength without justice is tyranny. Only when united do they defend the dignity of man. Imagination rules our destiny. It defines what we believe possible and silently guides the hands that build our reality. We rush toward destruction, blinded by illusions we ourselves create to keep from seeing the edge we approach. The shortest path to end war is resolve. Peace is never found through fear, but through courage that refuses hatred. Power commands the world more than opinion ever will. Force may build empires, but only justice sustains them. To deny reason at times is the most reasonable act. Wisdom knows when logic must bow before mystery. True eloquence says all that is needed and nothing more. Restraint gives words the weight that excess always dilutes. Learn your limits. You are not infinite. Knowing where you end is the first step toward living fully within what's real. Too much freedom weakens the soul. To have everything one desires is to lose the meaning of desire itself. Greatness is not found at one extreme, but in touching both, the strength to feel deeply and the wisdom to endure it. Between heaven and hell stands only life, the most fragile bridge, beautiful, trembling, and always one breath from breaking. We are foolish to depend entirely on others. Solitude, though painful, is where the soul learns its truest strength. Man's greatness is seen in knowing his misery. Awareness of weakness is the first light of true strength. To know we are miserable is already to rise above misery. Only consciousness gives pain its redeeming purpose. Man cannot comprehend the nothingness he came from, nor the infinity he faces. He stands trembling between both eternities. To live without faith is to walk through life without light. Hope fades when belief no longer gives meaning to suffering. Knowledge of God is not the same as love of Him. Intellect may reach heaven, but only the heart truly enters. Think well, for right thinking shapes right living. Morality begins not in action, but in the thoughts that choose our path. All of humanity's restlessness begins when we lose the courage to sit quietly with our thoughts, facing ourselves in honest solitude. Man is neither angel nor beast, yet tries to be both. When he imitates angels, he often awakens the beast within.